G'day everyone, I'm going to start off giving a bit of credit where it's due. I've seen this concept done by Drawfee and I just thought it was a really cool idea and I wanted to give it a crack. Here's how it works. You take a skull of an animal. Any animal, doesn't matter. If I reduce the opacity, I use this as a prompt for a character design or a creature design. Now we're going to experiment and try some where we're more literal and some where we're just a bit more playful or figurative. The idea is we invent characters based on the skull shape, but I'm going to do this in a way that I don't actually know what animal the skull was originally from. This website here, I don't even know what it's called. It's a GitHub repository that someone made. I'll put the link in the description. But it seems to be a place where you can find animal skulls for reference, rotate them, and use them as an art reference. So this will be really fun, and the way I'm not going to know what it is I'm going to use Google Translate to turn this page into, what do I have zero clue how to read? Nepali? Yeah, perfect. Now we can get our skulls and start arting up. Oh my God, what on earth? Let's figure out who this one is. So we've got an eye cavity, we've got quite a long, tall nose cavity, but the teeth are freaking me out. There's like a weird gap at the front and they're all super sharp and angled back like this. This is an existing animal? This looks like something out of a freaky sci-fi thing. It's got like two bottom jaws. How wild is that? Massive ear cavity at the back and from the direction the spine was coming out, clearly it's sort of like the neck's coming forward. I'm gonna hide that original reference. This is a little clearer to follow. The nostrils, keep it anchored right up here against those nose cavities. Maybe it's actually a very gentle, sweet looking animal. It just looks horrific under the skin. Maybe it's got a big ear cavity, but we've got a droopy sort of flap covering the ear. I don't know how to interpret the bottom jaw. Just so unnerved about this. There you go, let's just give it a normal neck. Maybe it's a bit meatier, you know, the bones are the deepest inside parts. Okay, there you go, hide the original. There it is. There's our creature. You happy? I'm not. What is it actually? A rat skull. Oh no, that's disgusting. So you get the idea. This is gonna give us wild and varied results. And it's, I think, an exercise or process you can give a crack yourself. And if you're gonna art out with me, do it with Pro Sketch Pack, which is only available for 2 more weeks. Yes, I am sad to say at the end of this month, sales will be closing. So if you don't wanna miss out, go check it out. $200+ worth of art supplies for only $99. And these are things you can't get anywhere else. My 2 epic sketchbooks, mixed media and dry media, custom designed by me and made from scratch with Spectrum Noir, including a premium plush carry case to protect all of your beautiful art. And on top of all the incredible high quality art materials that come in the pack, it also comes with a sketch guide. So if you're interested in creating weird abominations, sketching is the way to learn to draw. And if it's fun, you're gonna do it more and you're gonna become a better artist. So go check out my Pro Sketch Pack. There's only 2 weeks left, so don't miss out, and split payments are available. So go check it out, and it is a huge and direct support to the channel and the stuff we produce here and the people who work to make this content possible. So thank you for your support. Links in the description, go to prosketchpack.com. Pow pow. All right, let's go back to Nepali, pick another category, and pick another skull. Let's go this one. Ooh. All right, so with the reference picked and in place, this is so confusing. Is this the ear cavity, like back here? Or is this it? What are these? There's like, you see these little tubey things? See that, little tubey? That must be the ear cavity. It's like a little, you know what it is? That's a Shrek ear. I know a Shrek ear skull cavity when I see one. God, this is hard to read. I feel like the eyes must be poking further out of the head then and not inset into the skull. Now I seem to be missing a bottom jaw and I think I've got to work with what I've got. This creature doesn't have a bottom jaw, or its underbite is so severe that these teeth sort of hang over whatever might exist of the bottom jaw. Now we haven't been doing any texture on these. We've got fur, scales, all different things we could work with. This one I'm vibing some sort of tuft of hair on top. This is almost Seussian, you know, like a Dr. Seuss character. Now let's not have the skin directly on the skull. Let's pat it out a little bit. We've got a snout that's sort of poked out. You know, this is a chubbier character, so we can thicken it up a little bit. I'm getting green vibes from this character. Slightly yellowy off green. Oh, I wonder why I thought that. It's the Shrek ears. I feel so unoriginal right now. You know what though? We can workshop it. I'm just gonna grab my hue slider and see if something else strikes me as more fitting. Yeah. Now, what is it? Rabbit skull. Wow. Well, I was close. All right, let's do another one. What? This has got to be some sort of fish, maybe. Now, I've roughed out the skull again, as you can see, and I still have no clue what's going on. What are these weird little bat wing things by the eyes? I'm getting hamster vibes. Is it a hamster? I feel like this is there's something chunky under here. I feel like there's a friendly looking fella under here. Big bulbous eyes on the side of his head. Massive snoot. I mean, look at the nostrils there. This is nuts. I mean, where the heck's the ear cavity? Maybe it's one of these. Maybe they come up like that. The ear cavity is sort of like channeled through this weird flappy bone thing. I'm going past the skull here, but like, I just see these little curly fingers. He just looks so eager. Look at this adorable little face. Maybe he's got more of a mane. If we're interpreting things that we need to sort of add in here, I feel like we need more furry creatures in our world. Let's give us some whiskers for good measure. Why not? Let's make this one just weird flesh color. Like a naked mole rat, just a little too skin color. This type of beard is striking me as a very sort of Irish leprechaun beard. So let's just, I don't know what's happening here, but he's got an orange leprechaun beard. I made that today. That's what I did. What did you do today? I did this. What is it? Frog skull. Interesting. I will admit I was not near a frog, but I like where I ended up. Let's do another one. I don't know what this could be. Clearly these creatures have massive eyes. This seems like an upwards turned snoot, so the holes must be up here. With long upper lips, this is quite a strong lower jaw. And we've got this big ear cavity here. So clearly we've got large cat-like ears. So now let's figure out the rest. It seems to me that that's a bum. That is a creature that is fully contained within its skull. Therefore, the legs must be somewhere here. Okay, it's becoming clearer and clearer by the second. Let's add some texture. Maybe this is a very wrinkly creature. Slap in a little bit of color. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Okay, maybe like a mauvey purple with unsettling khaki eyes, oddly pink features, yellow teeth. You ready for the big reveal? Oh, human skull? Would have known. Obviously taking the piss here a little bit. Let's do a couple more, but this time angle towards realism. Not necessarily guessing what animal they're from, but with a lot of these I've sort of filled the eye cavities with the eyes, but the human one is a good example where, that's not a good example of anything, but it's a good example of like on an actual human skull, the eye cavity is much bigger than what you see the eye as, because we have muscle and sinew and then eyelids, and the eyeballs that you actually see are covered and much smaller than the cavity itself. So taking that sort of proportion into account, let's do a couple more with slightly more realistic design. So with our translator on, let's pick. Now this is interesting. How would I interpret this? I'm going to start by pinpointing what goes where. There seems to be a nasal cavity here. Does that go the way through to the front? The neck definitely comes out back this way. I bet you they are the ear cavities. So the eyes must go somewhere in here. Look at that. Those two things right there. That's got to be a nose cavity. Sorry, nose. I don't know what that weird divot is there. I think the nose is up here. Oh no, this is me trying to read it properly and I can't. Maybe this is a beaked sort of creature. So let's lean into like the fur is starting, like feathers maybe. The feathers are starting to sort of build up around here. They're protective feathers around the ear hole. A beak's part of the bone? Surely not. This is a beak and it has teeth. I'm in charge. I'm gonna hide the original skull. I'll bring this forward here and we're gonna just have a wing forward here and fold it over. So it's like a winged creature crouching down on the ground, almost dragon-like. And like dinosaurs were supposed to apparently actually have feathers, this is sort of, to me, along those lines. But it's starting to feel like a Dark Souls boss, which is cool, I don't mind that. This is a good vibe, a good way to get like weirdly unique and epic creature designs. What vibes am I getting from this color-wise? Is it like, I feel like something like this, like a darker green turquoise-ish maybe? But if this is a beak, let's have it gradienting up to like a beak color. I don't know what the original creature is, but I don't really care at this point because this is sick. What is it? No. False killer whale skull. Oh, this is so crazy. That's fun. Okay, let's do another creepy one. Well, not creepy. I mean, this one's pretty cool. Let's do another cool one. Whoa, that's cool. All right, so we got our skull reference. Are these low eyes in the skull? Are the eyes like down here? So nose cavity up the front, nice big one. Looks to me like that would be some sort of snouty thing, like bears or wolves have. Now I got to take a guess as to where the heck this neck is coming out. I can't help but read like that's a spine there coming down. So I feel like we need to add like some fatty deposits here around the neck. All of them have stuck quite a lot to the skull, but let's add some beef. Who looks in the lens of a camera and says unflinchingly, let's add some beef? All right, where are the ears? Where do the ears go? I don't see, like all the cavities are sort of like all through and around here. If that's the eye, is it down here? So it looks like the ears are like low. We've done fur, we've done feathers, we haven't done much scales. So let's lean into that, shall we? Often like the reptile look, they don't seem to have like very flappy skin. It sort of sticks pretty close to the bones, but we were going beefy, flappy. We're not gonna have flappy beef. If we're going scaly, we should probably have like scaly, snooty things. You know, the tops of the crocodile noses, like those weird ridges. Reptiles or like scaly creatures even have ears that poke out. I don't think they usually do. Let's go more like one of those like cavities in the head sort of thing. This is like very dinosaurian, which I'm quite happy about. I feel like this thing needs to look fierce. It's always like in those Jurassic Park movies. It's the dinosaurs with bits of red in them that you know are the scary ones. It's cool. Show original, what is it? No, that's a bat skull. I don't believe it. That's insane. I could have sworn that was gonna be a dog. I can't guess skulls. Check out that link and see if you would guess what they are. But you know what? I feel like quite an accomplished creature designer now. If this was my zoo, I'd be pretty chuffed. If I were an adventurer and these were my animal companions, watch out. Come on everyone, we're going to the zoo. Now it's time to enjoy the results that we've created together by creating one final piece to represent my weird menagerie. Cracking out my pro sketch pack, I get stuck into a bit of an arrangement with, narcissistically, myself at the center. I am the zookeeper of this weird group, so I'm gonna stand with pride in front of my weird creation. With the construction in, it was then time to move on to adding some of the details with my mechanical pencil, slowly bringing it to life until it's in a place where I can add some nice, sharp, satisfying line work. This is one of my favorite pens of all time, this flexi tip. Based on a calligraphy pen I once used, we custom made this for the set. And there are two, a medium and a fine. And as you can see, you can get such incredibly fine details, but really strong and characterful lines throughout the piece. It's really great for character design work and creature design, basically conceptualization, nice, fast but bold looking pieces. With the piece all coming together, I really wanted to add a bit more depth, so I started to work through the markers, the cool and warm greys, to give my whole sketch a bit of pop. This is a really fun piece, and this has been a really fun video. Even though it's just a weird, dumb concept and some of these results are very silly, they kind of go together in a really fun way, and putting this piece together like this makes it feel like there was a purpose. At the end of the day, that's the thing I genuinely love most about art. It's what captivated me about it when I was 11 years old. The fact that you could put yourself as a zookeeper with a weird menagerie or invent characters or monsters, and they exist tangibly in your hands forevermore. And the cool thing is, you can always look back on it. That's the edge that traditional art has over digital art. That's why I'm so proud of the Pro Sketch Pack. Not only because I've been really enjoying sharing with you this process that I love so much, but also I've gotten to share that with so many of you. And thank you everyone who has tweeted me and @ed me or hashtag ProSketchPack and shared their smiling faces with their wonderful sketches. This exists now and it exists forever, and I love it, and I feel like we've gone on a journey together and I have this forever. This substantial, final, weird world that we've made came from random skulls on a website, and I couldn't be happier. This was really fun. I hope you've enjoyed the process. And just a reminder, there is only 2 weeks left. If you want a pro sketch pack, links in the description. You're getting double the value of what you're paying, and you can split those payments. Don't miss out, and I promise you, you won't regret it. It is the beginning of a very exciting journey for many of you into the world of art, creativity, and creation that just, you know, you won't look back, except to enjoy whatever the hell you made when you started. Thanks for watching this video. Please click the like button if you liked it. Watch the next one when it comes out after you subscribe. But that's it for now, and until next time, I'll see you later.